right, man. I ain't about to hold y'all up. Let's get into it. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what it's about. Let's go.
But African Americans have always been hardworking.
But no, African Americans have been hardworking, but I don't know.
But opportunity.
What about the appreciation of the hard work for the immigrants who came to this country and worked hard?
But here's the thing: is the Civil Rights Bill is the reason why our parents got to come over here. 1964, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was one of the most racist son of a bitches on the planet, had to sign that civil rights. But you know, Martin Luther King is sitting right next to him.
Right. Yeah.
So that is the reason why Koreans can come here. Koreans, Indians, Arabs, Nigerians. It's because of the Civil Rights Bill. Right. It's because of African Americans, foundational black, coming in here, busting their ass, being treated like shit, being hung, lynched. Jim Crow, from slavery was Jim Crow, segregation, Reconstruction, being promised that they were going to get this, fighting every war. They've been, black people fought in every single war and still being disrespected, not being able to buy homes.
Right.
You understand? Burning up of black towns. And people go, well, why ain't they? They saw opportunities. There were black Wall Streets. There were black banks, black hospitals, and they came and burned it.
Black excellence.
Black excellence. They came and burned it because a white woman said somebody raped them and they never did because a white woman lied. So this whole myth of African Americans not seeing opportunity, they did see opportunity, but.
So, you know, at the end of the day, I just think it's ignorance, and I don't say that in a bad way. But what's so funny is a lot of black people, black American people feel the same way. Y'all come over here and they admitted to this. You can find clips of this on the internet. They've admitted to, my parents or white folks telling us not to trust the black Americans. They're bad. They're bad. They're bad. And when you experience them, you know, a lot of them, I live among some of them, and they look at us like we the enemy. I mean, I could say, you know, living where I live at now, you see some of them 10 to a 4 or 5 to apartment. They get their bread up, whatever, level up. They look at me the same way as the Hispanics do. You know what I'm saying? They look at me the same way as an enemy. I had probably 2 of them acknowledge me with a nod. So let me just say that y'all come over here, y'all believe stereotypes. You don't trust us, but y'all trust what Brad and Becky say, who colonized y'all, who finessed y'all, who gave y'all monkeypox and all that other type of stuff. And y'all don't even try to tap in with us, bro. Y'all, I mean, that's my thing. And then y'all sit here and say, well, I'm not black. We're not black. Do you know what that tell us? That is no diaspora. And that's what we catching up on. There ain't no diaspora. Ain't no diaspora. That's basically what you tell us. It ain't no diaspora. It ain't no one. Them, no, the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, they don't believe they're a part of it. You know, the Jamaicans, you know, Jamaicans and Haitians are cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying for an example, you know, and some of the other people, and there's some down people. But you sit here and say that we don't appreciate your contributions. What are you contributing? What are you contributing? That's my thing. What the fuck are you contributing? A lot of times we just see y'all look, you know, we work in the workplace, y'all self-snitching on us, y'all butter biscuit dancing for Brad. What are y'all contributing? Respectfully. We appreciate the doctors that come over here. We appreciate the nurses, y'all becoming engineers. We appreciate that. We appreciate your public service. We appreciate if you pick up the trash. We are some of the most loving and most forgiving people. And I think that's one of our biggest strengths. And also that's one of our biggest weaknesses. I'll never forget watching the Wu-Tang American Saga TV show on Hulu, which is really great if you've never seen it. And I remember Method Man telling RZA, you know, he was saying that because nobody wanted to rap on the Wu-Tang Forever beat, right? He was doing, you know, live orchestra violins. And Method Man, he was like, man, Method Man, you was the first one to sign the contract. And then you gonna, you know, basically be the first one to rap over these beats at the end of the contract. And Method Man told him, he said, yeah, loyalty is one of my biggest strengths, but also it's one of my biggest weaknesses. He told him that. And they don't even try to understand this stuff. See, when they start understanding that they equal to us over here, and they just niggas too, and they start to understand our plight over here. It's when Brad and Becky and everybody else let them know you just a nigga. You ain't no different. And when they start to see the constraints on there's a cap on how far what we can do, and there's a straitjacket on what we can and can't do, they start to understand why we in the position we in. We fought in every war. When they got away from Britain and tried to run away to America, who fought for their liberation? The Native Americans taught them how to survive, fought for their liberation. What did they do to the Native Americans? Gave them shit with chicken pox, and they repaid them with a knife in the back. We fought for that. Them people that defected or not defected or left or ran away from Britain, those were the bottom tier Brads and Beckys. They was tired of being the bottom tier. They was tired of being bottom tier. Let's keep it a bean. And what happened? They came back over here to drag their ass back, and the Native Americans and the blacks fought for their liberation. Without us, they would be back in Britain being the bottom dwellers. Civil rights, we fought in that. And we love the contributions that you guys bring. We love what everybody bring. Y'all go through something. We'll pray for France, pray for what's going on in Africa. You know what I'm saying? We love it. But our whole thing, we love when y'all come over here, be doctors, lawyers, whatever y'all are contributing, but they say, they don't like what we contribute. Like, what are you contributing outside of, being doctors and engineers? And, what are you talking about you really contributing? That's my thing. Like, what does he mean? Like, they don't appreciate our contributions. Like, what? Yo, culture, you talking about that Ebony thing when y'all bought the jazz festival, whatever it was, and turned into the African festival? Oh, it ain't that we don't appreciate, man. You got people who love African food, who love African women, who love African men, who support y'all African storefronts, who love some of the things that y'all sell, from shea butters to beads to oils to, the little things you chew on, the dental chews that they sell this thing. Like, bro, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? And they come over here with this mentality that we have an issue. Y'all have it's a projection. They have an issue with us, and we ain't did shit to them. If they came over here and was more inviting and more open, bro, we would have open arms with them. But they don't. They come off standoffish. They believe stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't did shit to them. So when we found out it really ain't no diaspora, it's really us versus everybody else, or it's just really us, can't get mad at it. You was allowed to come into this country and play this game, bro. The NFL. Bro, old boy to the left is an NFL player. Godfrey's a comedian, used to play college football. So I don't really understand when they come over here and they have this issue like we just like fuck them. No, that's y'all mentality versus us is fuck us. Like, we heard about y'all lazy, and y'all lazy. And y'all don't take advantage of this opportunity and all. And it's just like, bro, do y'all understand there's constraints on what we can and can't do? When we start getting together and making money and do things, they burnt it down. They burned down black hospitals. They burned down Black Wall Street. They burned down Black Bottom in Detroit. They flooded that city down here, all black city in Georgia. They put crack and AK guns in people's cars in the crack epidemic. And I say this before too. When I talk to a homie, and he's like a PhD or doctorate or something like that in psychology. He told me, he was like, "Yo, brother," he said, "Did you know they just started, like, I think he said 2016, a real medical anatomy book for black people?" Think about that. How they treat Western medicine, how they haven't even been 30 years of true research or an anatomy book on how to treat a black person's body and their genetics. They've been treating us like they've been trying to treat us like Brad and Becky, or treatment, medical treatment. I think he said 2016 they just started building the first black anatomy book. Do you understand that? Why you think niggas got sickle cell and niggas got cancer and diabetes and hypertension? They probably giving you that shit with this fucked up medicine that worked for them, but it don't work for us. We're genetically different. But hey, man, that's a different story for a different day, man. I seen this clip, man. I forgot about it yesterday, and I seen it this morning. I said I gotta speak on it, man. Hit the link in the description. It said find me everywhere. You can join the Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Kick. It's the first link in the description. Facebook, the whole 9. Check out the Real One-on-One playlist. Peace.